got anybody here that's done the shovel casting before, apart from you?
Nick and Joan.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
we've got a few then to do.
So yeah.
With that.
A vest on.
We've all got vests.
You must be an archaeologist.
Yeah,
Right. So for those of you, there's 4 or 5 of you who've not been here before, welcome to St Anns Allotments and welcome to our Dig for History project. I'm Mo and I'm the Heritage Officer who works at STAR. This is Laura, who's from Trenton Peak Archaeology, and Paul. I know. I thought you were going to introduce.
Campfire smoke, or it could just be to cook up plants. So some of these could probably go, some of the looser stuff could probably go, but where we've got really permanent features, we're going to want to get those on a plan of some sort in the next couple of days. So the aim for this morning is from up here, back down to basically where this ivy's starting to grow. We want to clean this off. So we want to get all the moss off any brick, concrete, stonework, anything like that. Especially around the well.
Okay, then, yeah.
Basically working some wooden way backwards. That's it. Just scrape as much off as you can. We don't want to take too much, we want to clean it. Get some buckets. No, that's okay, we'll get them. We'll get them, we've got plenty of time. Plenty of time to pull them out.
Yeah.
Are we coming across anything here?
Wow. Yeah, it must be quite tough. Yeah, tough to do.
There's a few of these I can't get out.
That's all right.
Flicking it. Should I flick it?
No, that's alright. Let's go and get a drink, mate.
Yes.
Everybody
Everybody else is
well.
Oh no, not far. Oh, I'm videoing. We couldn't get it started before, but it's working now.
Oh, I've moved a few. Do you want me to grab you one, Paul?
Please.
Sorry.
So this is the 3rd of October and we're at the excavation of the well, which has changed substantially in the last 2 hours with our team of volunteers, and we've managed to expose the brickwork around the well and exposed it to show that the well goes down some distance, which we hadn't expected, and this forms into a circular well with pipework. So we'll be looking at that in more detail over the next couple of days. What we're trying to do today is clear the dig area of weeds and surface soil so that we can get an idea of levels and start digging down in the more interesting parts. In this area, we know that we've got some brickwork which probably relates to the fireplace, and we found quite a bit of asbestos around here. So we are determined we'll dig out to this level of string and try and expose hopefully the end of the building where the original summer house was.
There's a chaining wall there, Mo. Yeah, it's not the community work.
Oh, it's all commercial stuff, so we do quite a lot on quarries, especially specialise in quarries.
Right.
So we get contracts with quarry companies like Cemex,
Right.
and then we'll get asked to come out when they're about to start a new phase.
Right.
And watch them strip all the topsoil off large areas,
Yeah.
I mean huge areas inside.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean this will need to be dropped a bit more tomorrow anyway.
And then there
now,
were 2.
It's the end of the,
Yeah.
we'll just like tidy it up, then we can stick the photographs of it.
This is sort of interesting area that we need to investigate to see what was behind. These little paths, there's a bit of asbestos sheeting there and some substantial walls. It could just have come from the retaining wall. So it's Sunday the 4th of October and we're bereft of volunteers today. But today we'll be mainly doing the drawing up of what we've found so far and planning how we progress, and you can see we've got some nice bits of kit that Laura will explain as we go.
Just give me 1 second and I'm going to show you what I'm doing. What I've done is I've just got a point on the ground there where I'm going to start my tape from, basically where your foot is.
Yeah.
So I'm going to run a tape measure right down the middle there, but I've got a point of it on here, so when I put the drawing into the computer by scanning it in, I will then be able to map up my drawing with real measurements and where it is in the world from these few points. But it doesn't like trees or hills, doesn't like the rain. I don't think it likes me. So, oh no, maybe it does like me. It's just got a point there. Yes. So now I'm going to basically walk straight towards you and get another point just down here, and I will hopefully then get a nice line maybe here. I should be able to then have a line on my map, which means I'll then be able to match up that line with the line of my drawing, and it'll all sit in the world then. It doesn't like that tree. That might have to do, but I've got a bit of a line. That's okay.
So is that telling us now we can see how high up we are above sea level at this point?
Yes, I will be able to find out the numbers. It's this very crude map now. If I zoom in on it, it's a bit.
Oh,
you see it?
Yeah, you see dots.
I've got a line. That line is the edge of our trench that I've just plotted.
So we've established fixed points around the site, which are marked out by these tapes, and so every measurement that we do comes from these key points. And after quite a bit of work of measuring the tiles, some of the features, so this is the 5th of October, Monday, and a new team of willing volunteers. It's a bit damper today than it was over the weekend. But what we're working on particularly this morning is taking down the soil by about 5 centimetres to expose more of the brickwork and the features. So you can see quite hard, laborious work. What we're finding is sometimes it's just bits of brick that are there. But you can see the area we were looking at yesterday is being more exposed. So we can see how this worked. And we can also now identify areas where it's just soil by the looks of it, with nothing underneath. So Alison is working on exposing some of the concrete that we know is underneath here to again get an idea of what the concrete was for. And Laura is back to drawing the technical drawing of the first surface layer. So we have to go back and do some work now.
Well, fetch some water.
So this is Chris and John measuring the levels, which are measured by this wonderful contraption. This is the plan, and if we look a bit closer we can see that we've been taking the measurements and detailing them down, and the measurements relate to these little picnic tables on here.
Tuesday morning.
The other thing we've got is this contents register. So I'm going to start with that. And not give everything that's got numbers, just write it down here and give it back. Yeah, so I don't know what you'll find easiest here, either structures, or just a matter of measuring and such, or if you want to start on the soils.
And you've got 4 points if you've got the most popular answer, 3 for second, 2 and 1.
Three